Manchuria in northern China. This frozen river marks the boundary with North Korea, the most secretive country in the world. Across the river, North Korean frontier guards are on constant patrol. They have orders to open fire on anyone who tries to cross. On the Chinese side, cameras are forbidden. This footage was filmed in secret. Both China and North Korea would rather we didn't show these pictures. A Chinese man whose identity cannot be revealed agrees to take us quite openly halfway across the river, but no further. An outline on the ice slowly begins to emerge.
저 뭐냐? 이거 사람 아니야? 사람 아니야?
The woman was hoping to cross the border undetected, but North Korean marksmen opened fire on her.
이렇게 옷 입고 입은 차를 이렇게 건널려 하다가 우리 빠져나온 말이야.
그때 우리 빠져서 죽은 거라고.
Every month, hundreds of desperate people, like this woman, attempt to flee North Korea, one of the worst dictatorships in the world. They risk their lives trying to escape unnoticed into South Korea. Our documentary, filmed over a 12-month period, looks at would-be refugees from the north and will follow the fate of one group of fugitives on their perilous journey to freedom. The Democratic People's Republic of Korea, a communist dictatorship and a prison for its population. The leader, Kim Jong-il, is a tyrant who finances a nuclear program by starving his people of food. North Koreans secretly filmed these pictures. In the food markets, there's virtually nothing to buy. 10 years ago, a famine killed an estimated 2 million people. Today, history may be repeating itself. People feed off almost anything they can find on the ground. Children scour the garbage for a scrap to eat. In an attempt to survive, many would risk everything to escape. But crossing directly into South Korea is impossible. The border is impenetrable. A no-man's land 248 kilometers long and 4 kilometers wide, through which the armies of the two sister nations have been facing off for the past 50 years. Minefields and watchtowers on both sides. 700,000 North Korean and 410,000 South Koreans are massed along the border. For those who want to escape, the only way out is the route north into China, through that country and on to Laos and eventually Thailand, the only country in Southeast Asia that will allow North Koreans to travel on to Seoul. We are in China on the banks of the River Tumen. We're here to meet a North Korean trafficker who bribes the border guards to ensure the fugitives' safe passage. Tonight he's helping a woman to get across. The crew films discreetly. The trafficker appears out of the gloom of North Korea. He's naked, his clothes wrapped in a plastic bag to keep them dry so as not to arouse suspicion when he later crosses back to return home. He's alone. The woman he was meant to see across has not shown up.
같이 오겠다는 여성아 같이 오자고 여기까지 내가 와서 여자하고 오전에 우리 오늘 밤에 10시에 이 대장네 집에서 만나서 있단 말이야. 만나서 있는데 그 여자 농장 이런 데서 개인들이랑 강내바퀴들이랑 어째 오다가 단속됐는지 모르겠는데.
But he's not empty-handed. Almost anything can be traded across this river.
이름이 뭐야?
가져왔습니다. 이제 입에 묵고 왔습니다. 6개. 봐봐. 여기 봐봐.
이게 뭐야?
예, 약입니다.
약?
예.
이거 얼마나 됐어?
뺑국. 이게 뺑국이라는 게입니다. 만들어서는 예, 국경연선으로 국가 밀수도 하는 것도 있겠지만 개인들이 기본 돈을 많이 가지고 있길래 개인들이 많이 한다고 합니다.
저.
제약 500g 한 킬로 이렇게 했어요. 그런데 저게 한 킬로 정도는 있습니다.
집에?
예, 우리 형네 집에 한 킬로 정도 있는데 가격으로 말씀드린다면 한 킬로로 15,000달러.
달러로?
예,
오케이. 다른 사람들도 많이 해야?
예, 하는 거는 법적입니다.
그래?
예, 근데 다 소품 되나가지고.
The man accuses the Kim Jong-il dictatorship of controlling a huge traffic in drugs. In January 2007, a report by the US Congress claimed the North Korean drug trade was worth $1 billion a year. North Korea is a hooligan state where corruption is institutionalized.
그 다음에 나를 데려온 사람이 군가이란 말입니다. 소대장이라고. 그 사람 나 데리고 도망까지 나단 말입니다.
또 군인들한테 넘어올 때 돈 좀 주고 왔어요?
예, 군대들한테는 돈을 못 주고 이제 감을 지어야 됩니다.
얼마씩 줘?
그래서 연선이 넘어갔다 하는 건 지금 500원입니다.
Drugs and also human trafficking. The dealer sells the women he helps get across.
예, 3천 좀 넘어가지면 3천 좀 넘어서 그래도 6천, 7천 이렇게 받고 그 다음에
뭐야, 7천?
예, 그 다음 보편적으로는 그래서 3천.
그 여자 언제쯤 될수 있어?
여자는 글쎄 이 시간에 따라서 그래서 한 어떻게 말씀드려 일주일부터 열흘어간이면 충분할 것 같습니다.
천천히 가.
The man returns to North Korea. Two weeks later, back on the banks of the Tuman. In the middle of the night, a smuggler helps a woman cross over. On the Chinese side, a man approaches. He's a pimp. Like nearly all the women that make it across, she thinks she's paid the smuggler just to reach China. She is totally unaware she's been sold as a prostitute.
몇 살이야? 이름 뭐예요? 응? 은실? 그게 이제 뭐지 입혀서 추운데.
From now on, Unsil will have to work for the Chinese pimp, but we pay 500 euros, the going rate for her freedom.
일단 쉬어봐. 5,000원이니까 또 여기 또 빼줄게. 그거 먼저 쉬어. 왜 5,000원이야? 쌀라도 써.
It's unwise to stay, and we take Unsil in our car. There was no stopping the young woman coming to China, because home could have meant starving to death.
그래 그때부터 눈이 그런 게 점점 6년에 달러 가니까 눈이 더 맛반단 말입니다. 먹지 못하고 6년에 달리니까 눈이 그렇게 됐단 말입니다.
근데 넘어간 사람들은 저 지부에 돈 좀 붙여줘요 일하고?
좀 모르게 있습니다.
제법 있어요?
The young woman does not want to be filmed, afraid the camera will betray her presence. After a 50-kilometer drive, we part company in Yanji, the Chinese town closest to the border. Yanji is the capital of the Yanbian region, and a large Sino-Korean community has lived here for centuries. The area is home to an estimated 300,000 illegal immigrants from North Korea, 2/3 of whom are women. Many become prostitutes, working in the city's numerous massage parlors, as these pictures show. On the other side of town, one woman has escaped the clutches of the pimps. Kim Lin arrived 6 months ago. She lives hidden away in a small 2-room apartment with her 15-year-old son and her daughter, Eun-hee, age 23. Kim Lin works from home. She sells her body over the internet.
다 하상 채팅이죠. 이거 화상으로 안 하게 되면 이제 남자들이 안 와요.
It's the one way she's found to keep her family alive without having to leave home.
거기서 이제 우리가 이제 수입이 있잖아요. 채팅 수입이 있는데 채팅 수입을 이제 우리가 이 채팅 한국 사람들이 10,000원 하면 우리한테는 거기서 2,800원밖에 안 올라요. 예? 2,800원 올라요.
Kim Lin and her children only venture outside to buy food. They know they're vulnerable and could be given away by their Korean accents. The Chinese authorities arrest illegal immigrants and return them to North Korea, where they will face the same fate that is meted out to traitors. Kim's daughter was repatriated after escaping to China a first time. Back in North Korea, Eun-hee was tortured in the dictatorship's prisons. That was 6 months ago.
어디 무슨 일은 그 사람이 무슨 이제 여기 뭐 지붕이랑 보상 나면은 그 뺑지나 덜하지 이렇게 막 그런 거 이렇게 뜯었는데 왜 꼽힌 거예요 그게. 그래갖고 제 나중에 흠집이 하나 있어요 제가. 근데 아니 뭐 어쩐데 구두발에 탈 때도 있고 막 이렇게 물밑에 나가서 벽에다 막 갖다 찢어올 때도 있고 뭐.
The North Koreans reserve their harshest treatment for women who have become pregnant by Chinese men.
그게 한 7-8개월 내가 이만큼만 이제 고이제 한 틈들에서 막단차는 언니가 있었는데 그 한석 자식이 배워가지고 나왔다고 뗀놈 정도 배워가지고 나왔다고 그걸 발로 내차고 타고 하는데 제 생각에는 그게 정말 그게 아이가 붙어서 맞는 막까지 맞는다는 게 가능하겠는지 뭐 그렇게 매를 맞는데 갖다 때리는데 옆에서 때리는데 뭐 때릴 때는 뭐 별난 소리 다 들어 그거 들을 때는 정말 솔직히 야 이렇게 살아야 되나 이게 감옥에 정말 무슨 바늘이라도 있으면 손목이라도 뚜지고 싶은 심정이에요 정말로 진짜로.
Eun-hee was in prison for several months. After she was released, Eun-hee managed to return to China with a single aim in mind, reaching South Korea. Via the internet, she made contact with a network that organizes the escape routes. It's a site refugees know well. Seoul in South Korea. Eun-hee was in touch with this man, Pastor Chung Ki-won, the head of the Duriana network that has so far helped more than 600 North Korean refugees on the run. Chung Ki-won is South Korean, a conservative and a Christian evangelist. In return for his help, the refugees agreed to convert to Christianity. The minister chats online with one of his protégés, whom he's helped reach the United States. Every day he receives dozens of messages from China appealing for help, and every year he helps 100 or so North Koreans to escape.
메일로도 오고 전화로 오고 팩스로 오고 한 사람이 움직일 때 이제 그렇게 움직인다고 봐야 되겠고 그 다음에 전체적으로는 우리가 각 한국에서도 또 중국에서도 또 미얀마, 라오스, 태국, 캄보디아
For the refugees, liberty comes at a price, 2,000 euros a person. The money is divided between the missionaries to pay for the human smugglers and for the trip itself. The pastor has been criticized for profiting off the backs of the North Korean exiles.
많은 사람들이 돈을 번다 그러는데 우리는 뭐 정부에서나 미국 어떤 기관에서도 돈을 한 푼도 지원받거나 도움을 받는 일이 없기 때문에 우리는 순수하게 이런 데 관심 있는 분들이 십시일반으로 조금씩 모아서 이런 일을 하기 때문에 돈 벌 일도 없을 뿐더러 또 내 자신이 집도 없이 조그마한 원룸에 가족들하고 같이 사는 거니까.
Chung Ki-won has paid a heavy price for his involvement. In 2002, he and the group of illegal immigrants he was accompanying were arrested in China. He spent 8 months in prison, and the refugees sent back to North Korea, where they were executed. Back at Unhee's house, and it's her turn to head.